Good morning students, welcome to social studies class. How are you students? Keeping fine, take care of you. Be safe at home. Students, last class we discussed already geography, 15th chapter, natural resources, soil, land and water. Then land is very useful for us. What are the uses of the land? We use the land for cultivating the crops, or we need for building houses or grazing animals, etc. Then we see the factors of the land uses. Then cultivating the land also we should consider something, availability of the water or the relief needs of the people, etc. Then we have seen the preservation or protecting, conservation of the land. Conservation of the land, we have to keep scientific method adopting, or fertilizers are using, or checking overgrazing, etc. Today let us discuss about soil. What is called soil? The topmost soft covering of the earth surface is called soil. The topmost earth surface. How it is forming? It is forming by the rock breaking, and it is forming. The rocks, it is formed by breaking up of rocks due to natural forces. The breaking of the rocks needed natural forces like rain, heat, cold, etc. So in this lesson we see the formation of the soil. The soil formation is very slow process. It will take thousands of years. And the thickness of the soil is seldom more than 1 to 3 meters. So we consider the layers of the soil. We can see the topmost soil. It is very good for the growth of the plants. The right proportion of the minerals and organic matter makes the soil fertile. We need fertile soil, means that is the proportion of mineral and organic matter together, only it will make fertile of the soil. The factors responsible for soil formation are as follows. Below the factors, first one, that is parent rock. Parent rock means the main rocks which break into small fragments and provide basic particles of the soil are called parent rock. So we have seen that is forming the soil needed breaking of the rock. So this first process, that is the rocks break into fragments and provide basic particles. The parent rock influences the color, the texture, chemical properties, mineral, all these are providing, and permeability of the soil. Permeability of the soil means quality of the soil. For making quality of the soil needed this parent rock. Next one, relief. Relief means the shape, the landscape. There we can see how is the landscape, steep slope, or how it is according to that the drainage, water also mixing together, the soil erosions, the water, all this, the elevation and the nature of the slope influence the rate of weathering and drainage of water. So all this mixing together, it will make a good soil formation. Next component is climatic condition. We told first of all the rock break into pieces, and this needed some kind of forces, natural forces. These natural forces, we can see the seasonal climatic condition also play an important role, wearing and tearing of the rocks. The seasonal distributions of temperature and rainfall determines the types and effectiveness of weathering of rocks and humus formation. Next, plants and animal organisms. Plants and animal or plants and microorganisms add organic matter to the soil. Dead plants provide humus. So already we have seen what it is called humus. So plants provide humus which is consumed by other forms of life like bacteria. Humus gives a dark brown color to the soil. So So it is also very the decomposed, you know that decomposed, how it make the process. So all these factors are needed for making a good soil formation. Now let's watch the soil profile. A vertical section of soil from the surface to the parent rock is the soil profile. You can look at the picture. Vertical section, top to D section parent rock. There are some process we can see. The vertical section of soil from the surface to the parent rock is the soil profile. The process of soil formation gives rise to well-marked horizontal layers to the soil profile. These horizontal layers are called soil horizons. So you can see A, B, C, D horizons. The soil horizons are usually named A, B, C and D from the uppermost layers of the soil to the parent rock below. So there are 4 layers. The soil profile consists of how many layers? There are 4 layers. First one, let's see that horizon A, that is top soil. It is the topmost layer. It contains soluble minerals and organic material. That we have seen what are soluble minerals and organic material. It consists or it is getting from the humus from decayed plants and animals. These are needed for the growth of plants. So first topmost layer, there we can see a good fertility of the soil. Next, horizon B. Below the top soil is a layer. Below the top soil is a layer of layer of sand, silt and clay. So below, first we have seen the topmost layer, that A horizon. A horizon, below there is a layer that is called horizon B. It is also called subsoil. A after it's called subsoil. This layer has more mineral content than horizon A, but has very limited organic matter. Horizon A and B together form the true soil. So how it is forming the true soil? Horizon A and horizon B together form the true soil. Next, horizon C. Horizon C, that is rock fragments. Below the layer of horizon B lies the horizon C. It has small pieces of rocks. You can see mainly there is some kind of rocks. True soil develops from these rocks materials. These rocks are not affected by biological process. There are some kind of rocks we can see. So coming the downward, we can see it is not good enough to the growing of the plants. Next layer we can see horizon D. Horizon D has unbroken solid rock material laying below horizon C. That is unbroken solid rock. There is not getting sufficient things for growing of the plants or that soil forming.